Today I'm talking about a theme that's very important to me, and it's called Indras Net.
In the Huayan school of Chinese Buddhism, which follows the Avatamsaka Sutra, the image of Indras Net is used to describe the interconnectedness of the universe. Francis H. Cook describes Indras Net thus: far away in the heavenly abode of the great god Indra, there is a wonderful net which has been hung by some cunning builder, in such a manner that it stretches out infinitely in all directions. In accordance with the extravagant tastes of deities, the builder has hung a single glittering jewel in each eye of the net, and since the net itself is infinite in dimension, the jewels are infinite in number. There hang the jewels, glittering like stars in the first magnitude, a wonderful sight to behold. If now we arbitrarily select one of these jewels for inspection and look at it closely, we will discover that in its polished surface there are reflected all the other jewels in the net, infinite in number. Not only that, but each of the jewels reflected in this one jewel is also reflecting all the other jewels, so that there is an infinite reflecting process occurring. When we experience anything, we actually experience everything. Everything is intertwined. Our perception is distorted by our limited view. William Blake said, "To see a world in a grain of sand, and a heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour." The reflection of all Indra's jewels are visible in any single jewel. The concept of fractals can be seen in Indras Net also. A fractal is any shape for which any suitably chosen part is similar in shape to a given larger or smaller part when magnified or reduced to the same size, according to Merriam-Webster. Think about a hologram. When light is shown through a holographic panel, a three-dimensional image results. But when light is shown through a broken shard of that panel, it will still project the full three-dimensional image. Many scientists believe that the entire universe and our human experience of it is holographic in nature. That is, our universe is not real, but an accurate three-dimensional image created by light beams. The entirety is encoded in each little bit. The infinite size and three dimensions of Indras Net mean that any small part contains information of the whole of it, and every part is intimately connected to every other part. Separation is an illusion. Just as the drop of water is the ocean, and the ocean is the drop of water. Separation of time and space is not as simple as we may think. All the molecules originating from the Big Bang have properties which are linked to a twin particle, with simultaneous responses no matter how far apart they have moved since their creation. The universe is a net of such interconnections. You can think about this like the web between the jeweled nodes. A famous Irishman said that a net is really a series of holes tied together with string. The twinkling of each jewel arises not from its own nature, but from reflecting the twinkling of every other jewel, and all the endless twinkling, the defining characteristic of jewels, due to the nature of the clear light reflecting throughout the net. Light shining through the net is never seen, rather its reflection in the jewels. If a person speaks in an empty space with no living thing to observe it, does that statement exist? Imagine a net as the jewels sparkle under the beam of the clear light. They marvel at the appearance of their neighbors. The following is a direct quote from a YouTuber called Soulfetcher. "Such great beauty. Am I as beautiful?" But as they look inside, they cannot see the sparkling that they observe in their neighbors, which leads to feeling discontent, uneasy, and vulnerable. This spoils any hope they have of contentment. They are haunted by it, but it only happens because they mistake the origin of the beauty, which they think originates in each jewel. They cannot see it in themselves, which is why an individual can never feel totally authentic alone. Liberation means liberation from the hopeless task of finding this self-generated realness.